So this video is going to be a very raw and unfiltered, unedited video. I'm basically just going to be talking to you. And I want to start by saying thank you for being here, for watching this video. Thank you to all 37,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's ever watched a single video, who's liked, subscribed, commented on the videos. And of course, everyone who supported this channel financially, whether you were a patron before or you're a YouTube member, you guys have really kept this channel going. And also a big shout out to Wizards of the Coast, the Hasbro team here in Singapore. Working with them has really been a dream come true, really. But yeah, like the title says, it's not clickbait, the channel is dying. And I'm going to throw up some images on screen. These are the YouTube channel analytics. This channel has been going for about close to 4 years, I think, or maybe even past that right now. And you can see from some of the screenshots that by almost every metric, it's just been kind of going down for probably the past year or so. And before I go rambling on and on about, there are a few different points that I do want to cover. I just want to say that I've been super fortunate. I know I'm very lucky to be able to do this and actually make money, and that people appreciate my work, makes me feel appreciated, makes people happy, makes me happy. I know that I'm really lucky to do this and I do enjoy doing it. But it's also my fault that the channel is dying. It's purely my fault. I know that if I put in the same amount of work, if I made the same amount of videos that I used to, this channel would be bigger than it is right now. But that leads me to my first point, where this started as a hobby for me and then it became work, and then it just took up all my time. So at the start, I was playing a lot of Magic, a lot of Commander, and it'd be like 50-50, like play Magic, do work, Magic work. But it slowly became, I think 90% of my time was just spent editing and building decks, whether on online or just actually building a physical deck, finding all the cards, sleeving all the decks up. And for example, when the other guys play and they just build a deck for one episode, it's usually me and Matthew who's going through the inventory, finding all the cards, sleeving up all the decks, and then I'm the one, setting up all the equipment, making sure everything's recording, making sure there's space, scheduling everyone to come down, and then filming the game. And then after the game, we have to pack up as well and unsleeve the decks and keep all the cards. And then I start editing. So 90% of my time became just doing like Magic work, and then I only had like 10% of time left to actually play Magic. So I think that was one of the biggest reasons. It slowly became just a lot more work, especially after we kind of lost our studio space earlier this year or at the end of last year. And it became even, well, slightly more difficult, I would say. But this was all actually fine, as long as people were still watching the videos and, views were going up. But this wasn't the case. And I think a big part of that was because there was just a lot more competition, which is my next point. I felt that the market was, well, that there were basically more creators, right? When Wizards kind of launched the ambassador program, it's only open to, well, it's kind of in beta testing, I think, right now, and it's only open to North American creators. I don't know. But suddenly there were just bigger creators making the same kind of content that I did. Like Prof started his Shuffle Up and Play, Hijinks came about, and with that, Commander at Home. And these are all great shows. I do love them, which was my intention for the channel, to just have more great gameplay videos that I can watch. But because of that, I think it actually affected, the amount of videos that people can watch and the sheer volume of videos that were being put out on a weekly basis. It also became very difficult to compete when they or other creators were getting the products much earlier than I am. Catching the hype is very, very important to drive the views, right? So without having the products as early as they did, I think I mean, they definitely receive it way earlier than I can. I probably get it just a few days before pre-release at the earliest. Sometimes I have to wait until pre-release actually. And they can launch their videos as soon as spoilers are done, which is even before pre-release starts. So it just became kind of demoralizing. It kind of felt a bit unfair. Um, but overall, it just became very difficult to compete, and that's why I stopped trying. And instead, I focus on trying to make my content a bit more different, rather than catching the latest cards. I tried to kind of angle it to a more storytelling kind of way, which I'm still trying to do. Still on the same point, is that it's not as easy for me to collaborate with big creators. These guys, they're in the same area, right? They can kind of arrange and meet up easily, and they can kind of all collaborate with each other and make in-person content, which is something I can't do. Which it's not anyone's fault. It's just based on location, I guess. Anyway, that's my point number two. It just became difficult to compete. I stopped trying so hard to compete, and it just got a bit demoralizing. But point number three is that I also just started having another interest, which is Flesh and Blood, another trading card game. And on a related tangent, Gabriel also got into Flesh and Blood, and we did so completely independently, but at the same time, which was a couple of months ago. I think 6-7 months ago, we really got into it. And because of that, with limited time, we can only do so much. And Gabriel kind of stopped. You can see that he's kind of stopped appearing in the videos. He's a lot of stuff has been happening. Good things for him, of course. But playing Flesh and Blood is probably our biggest hobby right now. And both of us are basically half of the playgroup every time, right? So without both of us, it's kind of hard to get the same playgroup going. I don't know what to say. So it's more difficult to find time to play Magic. And on top of that, of course, I do focus on things like my merch. The deck boxes have been doing really well, which I thank all of you who have supported me in that venture as well, selling deck boxes. I've been doing that for the Flesh and Blood side as well. So you can see that there's just a bunch of deck boxes everywhere. And to top it all off, I've also been doing a lot of ad hoc work, streaming. So I've been traveling overseas, streaming, helping out in streams, mostly for Flesh and Blood, but if on the channel as well, doing streams for Games7, for their Magic tournaments every month. So a combination of all those factors have basically led to this channel dying. But this channel is not dead. And the final thing I'm going to talk about is how I want to fix it and the focus moving forward. So yeah, in a way this was clickbait, because this is actually a channel update video. And moving forward, I want to improve the YouTube members section. So YouTube members is actually a huge part of this channel. Once I've switched to this, I've realized that the amount, even the smallest, the lowest tier that you can support this channel just by being a member, makes it so much more worth it for me to do more videos for members. I can't stress that enough. Yes, it helps when you watch my video, when you subscribe, when you comment, it drives up the engagement. But financially, the monetary gain that I get from you watching my videos versus you just giving me $1 a month. I think the lowest tier is probably like $2, $1 depending on where you are. But it just helps so much more. And I do appreciate the members so much that I want to improve the experience. I'm talking, from the lowest tier, like custom emojis, priority replies. Of course, all YouTube members at any tier, you get an exclusive bonus gameplay episode every month. I am kind of catching up on that, but still, that's the plan. Every month, bonus content. We've planned out more bonus content for YouTube members as well, and on top of that, the schedule basically for the channel is going to change. It's going to fluctuate a bit as I figure it out over the next couple of months, but I'm probably going to do fewer gameplay videos overall and focus more on variety content. So I do have content in the works that I've already filmed, I just haven't had time to edit. And I have ideas that I want to do as well, involving the same group of people or talking to people that are inside this whole community of magic in Singapore. Just doing more variety content because I think that kind of fulfills me a bit more. Just getting on the ground opinions or just talking to people about magic. And of course, yeah, gameplay will still be around, just less. And I'm thinking right now maybe I'll just do one gameplay on the main channel and then one bonus one for the members every month. But we'll see how it works. I do want to get more videos out per month. At least, 3 good videos out every month. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope I haven't rambled on too much. The channel is dying, but I am trying to revive it, and I would appreciate any help that I can get. If you've ever liked, if our videos have ever made you laugh, if you enjoy seeing us on your YouTube feed, please consider supporting us. It really helps. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you all soon.